Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fiailed Joy, and if you're new here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and also share this video. It's very important. So in this video, I'll be talking about a one-month prayer I did, and I'll be talking about the reasons, how I got inspired, how I went about it, why I did it, and many more. So stay tuned. So the first reason why I actually decided to do this one-month prayer is because, first of all, I wanted to strengthen the relationship I have with God, and also like to live to his expectation, to take things very seriously, and secondly, to ask for forgiveness. Third reason is to ask for guidance. So now I'll go ahead and say a little something about the different reasons I mentioned, So first of all, I mentioned to strengthen the relationship I have with God. So years back, I was mostly involved in church activities. Helping the church to do something, and also myself organizing something in the church, or sometimes, joining the choir to sing, praise and worship. Those kind of things, I was very much involved in them way back. And now I sit down and realize things have changed. I'm not doing those kind of activities anymore. I'm not even going to church anymore, so I was like, some things are not right. And me at home, I was also not listening to any preaching, not listening to anything, just being at home on Sundays, doing nothing. And one thing I also want to share is, since last year, 2022, middle of it, I experienced certain things I've never experienced in my life, which is I felt very lost and I didn't know how to find myself again. It's even affected most of my relationship, with people, myself. I sometimes felt like I don't even know myself anymore. I was that lost, and I was feeling some weird feelings, which is I felt like I wasn't happy, I wasn't sad, I wasn't whole, I wasn't empty. Like, it's very weird for me to even explain it. Do you get it? It's very hard. At first, while I was experiencing such things, I wasn't even somehow aware of it. I was like, okay, it's mood swings, but it's continued very much, for like almost 1 year now, so I was like, no, if I continue like this, it's either I lost myself and I won't know how to come back again. Do you get it? And I'm that type of person that I will never say anything to anyone. I will never share my problems, my issue. I will deal with them how I can. The possible way I can, or the best way I can. Do you get it? So I was like, no, I know myself that much that now I feel like, no, this is not me. I had people around me who were very positive. I was feeling very empty and I didn't know how to explain it, and I didn't even know how to encourage myself to tell someone around me who won't even judge me, I wasn't in the right mind to even say or share what I was going through. So yeah, there are some certain things in life that no one can fix it. Nothing like therapy section or something can fix it. People around you will be like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. See yourself as this and not that, Sometimes these don't help, because everything you're going through, everything you're passing through, you're living, you're experiencing is up here. And no one can change it unless you yourself, and if you yourself is not at the right state of mind to even, channel your mind or channel yourself to be something that was nothing can help. So that was what I was experiencing. I felt very bad, I felt very lonely, although I had loving people around me, that thing. I'm sorry for always saying, that thing. It's my term and I don't know how to stop it, that thing. Yeah, let's just deal with it, okay? The time frame of which I started my prayers was the 1st of January till the 1st of February, and this is how I went about it. I was just there. This is not the first time I've tried doing this 1 month prayer or tried praying and quitting, in between. I felt like saying this today and changing my mind tomorrow, I was just not being consistent. I wasn't taking it very seriously. And there were so many things that wasn't aligned with God. Like, I felt very not washed, not righteous enough to even go closer to God. Do you get it? To even start this 1 month prayer or to even pray. There were certain times that I was praying, I promised God a whole lot, and I went back to do what I was doing. I felt like I was deceiving God or something. Although he knew my heart, he knows my heart, and he knows that I was lying, but I still did it. I felt so bad. So this 1 month, I decided to give in my all, to stay consistent, to do everything I could. And I started on the 1st of January. So I started by worshiping God, praising, praying, just everything that will come in mind about God, you know, I'll be doing it. So I started by not listening to secular music, which is hip-hop, R&B, what again, reggae, Afro beats, all those kind of things. I stopped listening to them because somehow I knew that they were influencing me, and it wasn't even helping me to do the decisions I wanted to take. If you want to take God in your life, you want to accept God in your life, take him and accept him fully. He's not a part-time God, you know that thing. So I was just like, I'm no more doing this. I'm just sticking to one thing, which is accepting God and living to his expectation and trying my best to be closer and closer and closer to God. So I started by not listening to all these kind of musics, and also being careful of things I watch and consume, you know, because things you watch and consume are somehow will somehow impact your life in some certain ways. And on social media, I wasn't watching things that wasn't also pleasing God, which is sometimes you see people dancing in a way that wasn't, you know, or dancing in a way that if you watch it, these videos will make you think in a way that you really don't want to think about. Especially on TikTok, there are some certain things you can't control on TikTok, because every video will be showing on your on your For You page, and sometimes you don't even know what is coming, you know. So before I realize it's something I don't want to watch, and I will just scroll very fast, you know, and sometimes will block or do what I have to do. That was what I first of all did. And secondly, I was just in this time, which is this 1 month, I was praying, as I've already mentioned, fasting. Also, I fasted for 4 times in this 1 month's prayer, which is every week I'll be fasting for 1 day, which is the day I was born. I hadn't fasted. In my fasting, I was praying mostly about forgiveness and also for God to guide me and help me so that nothing can distract me in this 1 month. From 1st January to 1st February is like 32 days, and it's not easy, you know. You can be distracted easily, something can come out and you even forget you're praying back. Thank God, and thank God, nothing like that happened. Whilst me praying this 1 month, the first week or the first days, I prayed very normal, which is praying, giving thanks to God, showing my gratitude, showing I'm sorry, accepting that I'm a sinner and I'm ready to make things right with him. He should help me. You know, I said a whole lot of things, praying, crying, you know, all those kind of things. I mean, you shouldn't just be acting. He knows it. So just free yourself. I was just freeing myself, being who I am. I mean, being in my natural state in a way possible I can, to just, you know, free myself. And something amazing happened in the first week, which is I prayed very normal and doing all those kind of things as I've already mentioned. I think the first day or the 4th or the 3rd day, I had a dream. I've written it over here. Let me just... So I had a dream on the 3rd of January. I had a dream on the 3rd of January. I normally don't share my dreams, but I would like to share this one with you guys for you to get inspired. So on the 3rd day, I had a dream, and the dream was talking about forgiveness. So in the dream, I saw Psalm 51 and John verse 1. And I read Psalm 51 was talking about sins, you know, forgiveness of sins. So let me read it very quick to you guys. Psalm 51. I read from verse 1 to the end of it, you know. And some verses got my attention that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so very quick. Psalm 51 going. Verse 2 says, "Wash me thoroughly from my iniquities and cleanse me from my sins." Did you hear me? So this wasn't just any dream, but God was like, you have to pray more about forgiveness of sin, because maybe he hasn't forgiven me, but I'm praying about God give me car, or God give me this, or God give me that. And also, without someone asking for forgiveness of sin, there can be no bond, no relationship, or no covenant with the Creator. Do you get it? So it was very necessary that I got that dream. So a different verse that got my attention is Psalm 51 verse 4. Against you, you only have I sinned, and done this evil in your sight, that you might be justified when you speak, and be blameless when you judge. I mean, it really spoke to me that really, like, it's you that I'm talking to. It's you that I'm talking to. I was like, ooh. So I recited this chapter most of my days in this 1 month. I prayed about them because it was just not a coincidence for me seeing this in my dream, you know that thing. So I prayed about it, and let me share a different verse with you guys. Psalm 51 verse 7, purge me with hyssop, and I shall be cleansed. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Whoa. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. I mean, do you know what this means? I mean, and this was also a sign that God is listening to what I was praying about. This was a sign that God was like, you have my ears. This was a time God was like, yes, I am just watching. I'm just listening. I'm just patiently waiting for you. Let me tell you, God is waiting for you. I'm just speechless. I wish you could feel what I'm feeling right now. I mean, I wish we could also feel what I felt the day I saw this, and I was like, let me read about it, and I read it, and everything was let me just share some more verses with you guys. Psalm 51 verse 9, it says, hide your face from my sins and blot out all my iniquities. Hello. So verse 10, create in me a new heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. God was ready to change everything. God is ready to change everything in us. The verse 11, cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. I want to share a different verse with you guys, which is the verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a conquered heart. Oh God, you will not despise. So during this time phrase, which is the 1st of January to the 1st of February, I recorded some short videos of me, and I want to show you guys, so stay tuned.
It belongs to you. It belongs to you. Anything that is in your life that needs to bow is bowing tonight. Jesus.
During this time frame of me praying, I also discovered so many powerful worship songs. And my all-time favorite worship song is My Daddy, which was sung by one Nigerian gospel musician. The song is good. And if you already know about this song, girl, sister, why didn't you tell me about it? Why didn't you tell me about it? Because the song is good. Whoa! The song is good. I mean, I was feeling all type of way, emotional feelings, you know, feeling down, feeling happy, having hope. It's the best. I mean, I can't say it's the best song, but for me, in that time frame, it suited everything I was talking about. It suited everything I was just looking for, searching for, and woo! So I also share a little clip of me singing that. I mean, I was just in the mood, you know, randomly just singing, and I want to share with you guys. Until we meet, it's only you, and only you. Only you I got. Until the end, it's only you. Until we meet, it's only you. And only you. Until the end, it's only you. Until we meet, it's only you. Only you I got. I hope this inspires you. I hope you try this. It's worth it. God speaks. God is waiting for you. If you're broken, if you don't have any hope, if you're lost in this life, just do it. Because there are times that I felt the same thing. I was lost. God is there. God gives hope. God writes new stories for people. God can change your life. God can change your... I don't even want to talk that much, you know. Are you not curious of what people are always talking about? Are you not curious of this God? Because if he's not there, people won't be shouting. I just want you to also experience it, because the name is powerful and he is there. He's using people. I mean, God talks to us in so many different ways, you know. He can use people. He talks to us through dreams, through prophecy, visions, so many things, you know. God is ready to receive you. Just try your best. Just try it. Just, you know that you've regretted everything you've done. Know that you surrender. Just feel it, regret it, acknowledge it that you've done it, and he's ready for you. He has been waiting for us for years. You know, I just want you to try this and you will not regret it. In those times that I was doing this 1 month, I also sometimes, you know, be like, oh, today I'm very tired and I won't pray. And me, whilst lying down, I'll be starting praying in tongues. I'll be starting to worship also because of the consistency, you know. I was very consistent that my body, my brain knew for like a period of time, or for some time, that okay, now it's time for us. My body got used to it, so it was just praying, you know. It was just easy. If you put in the work, you know. And also one thing you should put in mind is that whilst praying, whilst fasting, whilst doing all these kind of things, you have to know that body sacrifice is very important to God, you know. Body sacrifice. I mean, in the old days, or in the Old Testament, the prophets and the people who were, you know, who dedicated themselves and their life to God most of the time, or always used burnt sacrifice, which is animal sacrifice. as a burnt offering for God, you know. And this time, God doesn't accept that anymore. God is waiting for you to dedicate yourself. He's waiting for you to say, for my hair to my feet should praise you, should worship you. I give this whole body and everything that is part of this body as a sacrifice for you, God, you know. Just do it. It's worth it. I mean, body sacrifice, holiness, self-dedication, gift. So what I mean by gifting is sharing and also freeing yourself when doing the act of sharing. And the most important thing I want to add is also by having faith and be patient on God. I mean, waiting for God. Love everyone. Try and laugh. Sometimes it's very hard for you to laugh. I bet you. It's very hard for you to laugh. Some people don't deserve love, but yeah, you have to love them. I mean, you can love people from a distance, you know. So love people from a distance if they're toxic or if they won't add any value to your lives, and you're good to go. Because now I really see things differently, and I thank God for that. At first, although I believed in spirituality, I wasn't that deep like now. I know that things first of all happen in the spiritual realm before they manifest in this physical realm that we are all living in and we all see. So please share this video. I beg of you, share this video. I've given it my all, and I hope God does his part of it. Yeah, so that's the end of my video. I hope I've shared everything and I haven't forgotten anything. And if you have anything to say, anything to comment, anything to share, anything to ask, you can comment down below, and I'll be happy and waiting to reply you and answer you perfectly. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video to this far. God bless you all, and stay tuned to my next video.